Hey everyone, it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome and Happy New Year! Happy 2024, my first video of 2024. I am so excited. We are, of course, going to be setting January goals in my MakseLife Quarterly Companion Notebooks today. Thank you so much for all of the love and support through Planmas. I had such a fun time putting together all of those videos for you back in December. If you missed any, check out the Planmas playlist. It will be linked down in the description below. Just a really great planner December, but now it is time to get all set up for the new year, for January, and running through all of my regular planning routines to get ready and get back at it. My annual goals have already been set in my MakseLife in the Quarterly Companion Notebooks. The annual goals notebook is this pinstripe one here. And if you haven't already seen that video, definitely check it out. So here are my actual annual goals for the year. We will be breaking these down for the month ahead for January. Currently a few days left in December as I'm filming this, and also a few days left of winter break, but we are right near the end now, and it's time to get ready to get back at it. So I am, of course, going to be starting with this hot pink companion notebook. I do have the pink set. There were two color options this year, and this one says just begin again and again. I always start with the just begin book. Kind of makes sense to me, so that is the one we're going to go with. I'm going to tuck the other ones out off to the side here. I haven't finalized exactly what I'm going to do with this, because I definitely don't need to store all of the companion notebooks in whatever is going to go in my planner cart throughout the year. So I may actually use my slimmer folio from last year to just store these two, and then use these to hold the other ones. But I might swap in some of the journals for my companion notebooks here and move these over to my planner storage. I haven't decided yet, but for right now they are all in here, and we're gonna leave them like that. I haven't written anything in these companion notebooks yet. I do have some sticky notes stuck to the page. Just somebody in the Facebook group had asked me to take some pictures of that for them. By the way, if you ever need information like that, you can always DM me on Instagram, or if you leave a comment in the MakseLife Facebook group. It's super active in there, and people will always reply to you. I always try and reply if I can, if I've got a product that someone doesn't have and they want to see something, etc. So definitely, and if it's not me, someone else will answer your question, because people are super helpful. So actually, to start this, I'm gonna open up this sticker package right here. This is from Lexi Kylie Designs, and this has like the scripts that I use to date this. I hadn't even opened this yet. I just kind of forgot about it at the end of the year. I did grab some holiday stickers, but these are what I got to date my planner for the year. I've got two options here, but I think I'm gonna start with these. It's really pretty. So I have like the weeks of the year and also the week number of the year. And then I've also got some monthly name scripts here as well, which we can use. I've also got my MakseLife washies here so that we can make a cool little topper or something like that. But to start, I thought I would actually just revisit my intentions page, and just specifically the part at the bottom here. I think I'm going to try every single month and just read my word of the year and what it means to me when I'm setting my monthly goals, and just kind of use that as a way to stay connected. So it says, so awake is my word of the year, and what I wrote for what my word means to me is I am present, aware, and engaged with my life. I am actively building towards the things I want, big and small. So I really love that for this year, and hoping to stay connected to my word throughout the year. So we're gonna start with that. We will leave my goals open off to the side, and then we can just dive in. I don't typically use the monthly calendars, but I do use the monthly goals pages. I'm gonna start out with a little bit of decoration up at the top here. I hope everyone had a really nice holiday, had a really nice New Year's. We had a really great winter break. I didn't think it was gonna be super busy, but it ended up just like flying by and feeling so busy. This was a very short winter break for this year. The kids literally only had off between Christmas and New Year's, so it's like just 5 days off school. We went down to Baltimore to visit some friends. And then we had some family that was supposed to come for Thanksgiving, but ended up having to cancel because their kids were sick, but then our kids were sick too, so it ended up being good. So we got to spend some time with them. We just had a lot of fun. That is the wrong color. I'm gonna do the diagonals, start out nice and fancy, and I've got actually the darker colors here instead of the lighter colors this time. And I'm just going in order, starting from gray, and then I'm gonna work my way up that way. Definitely a little bit extra for this month, and you'll see at the end I'm going to go super crazy with the dot markers as well, but I think I was just really excited to be back in planners and planning. I did take about a week off during the break, just enjoyed some really nice family time and kind of treated it like a vacation, even though we didn't really go anywhere except for, a couple of days in Baltimore, but treated it very much like a vacation. And my husband was off work too, so we were just hanging out, doing family time. I didn't set up any planners for the week. I actually didn't do weekly actions for the week, just kind of enjoyed the week off, come back really fresh and excited for the new year. Although I definitely feel like there's so much to catch up on for really the first week of January, but for the month of January, I'm definitely going to put a few things on my goals that could have been week 1 weekly actions, but it just feels good having them out on the page. And if I get through them fast, then I can work on other things. A great thing about having the annual goals, even though January list is what I'm working towards, if I ever do finish up on something or I haven't put it enough, I know long-term what I'm working for, and I can get started on something else and then incorporate that into my February goals or directly into my weekly actions. And I do often do that, especially with habits or like house projects and things like that. Sometimes I haven't put it in my monthly goals, but it'll come up during the month and I'll just directly add it to my weekly actions. So generally speaking, I go annual goals to monthly goals to weekly actions, but sometimes things get shuffled or a step gets skipped in the middle, and that is totally fine as well. That always takes forever, but I totally love how it looks every time I do the diagonals. But before I get started with my goals, I am gonna just quickly number the weeks of the year, and I did get this typewriter font for this year. I think this is gonna look really nice. I do have a more scripty one as well, but for this month, we're gonna start with this more typewriter looking one. And I got this one on white background. The January sticker that I used is transparent matte. I feel like I need to line up the lines. Might play around with the placement of these and we'll see what we like best. I think I might like it better with the date on top. We'll do something kind of different every week and then we'll see. All right, so let's make that one a little bit more diagonal. That too. And then week 4, 22 to 28, and then the last week of January, 29 to 4. I'm not sure whether that will be a January or a February goals week, so I'm not going to put that one in. So I can see which of those I end up liking the best. I do like to predate them for the month, that way I don't have to get those stickers out again though. Okay, I'm going to start over here in the finance one where I have just a couple of things. So first I need to just close out the regular monthly finances and then close out my business stuff for the year. And then the other thing with that, and then after that is done, I want to convert our Mint account. Mint is what I've used for like more than a decade to track our finances and budgeting. It's an online tool, but it's actually being absorbed by Credit Karma, and it doesn't seem like all of the features are being taken over, and you have until March to change it. I don't want to change it right this second because I need to close out the stuff from last year because I do use that like for my business, and for some of it goes into my taxes. So I need to close out everything for the year, but then I'd like to do the whole of next year on whatever I'm going to use. So after I close out my stuff for this past year, I'm going to convert our Mint account, see if that's usable, and then if it's not, find something else. I feel like I'm gonna have to go through all of my pens and see which ones are ready to be swapped out. All right, then I'm gonna swing down to physical environment where I wanna create that house project list for the year, which we do in December, but we didn't do. And this is like more like construction projects, things like that, where we're going to be using someone else to do them. And I'm actually toying with the idea of putting it on this extra page in the annual goals notebook, the one that is like the brainstorming page, but we'll see. I may put that in a different planner as well. And then the other thing is I need to clean out the like bathroom cabinets in the master bathroom, our bathroom, and then also I want to clean out the downstairs closets we didn't do like a great job putting stuff back after we finished our basement renovation. We had like moved stuff around and it's just feeling a little bit out of control. And then separately, the bathroom is a separate issue from that, but just like the downstairs closet, it's where we're storing the toys. We like moved a bunch of old kitchen stuff out. So just fixing that, and we have space in our basement now to put that. Like we have a closet in the basement that we can put more stuff in, but I hadn't done that yet because with like the holidays, it was like we were getting stuff out and like putting it back really quickly a bunch of times anyways. So now we can kind of reset. And then the last one is maybe like a little bit more of a stretch if we have time, just like start thinking about, we'll just call it the system brainstorm. And that is like my big stretch goal for the year, one of my big stretch goals for the year around this home project and management system. I just feel like I need to get a little bit more organized with some things that are driving me up the wall before I really tackle that. We can brainstorm it in the meantime. Okay, then I'm gonna swing over to work where I need to close out some stuff from last year. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I'm working on a consulting project in January. I don't have like the final documents around it yet though, and then I'll make like a more broad thing, split the bottom here. We've got some like bigger stuff that needs to be strategized. So I want to run through that and then talk to like the wider team about it as well. And then for YouTube, again, or not just YouTube, but all social media, just like strategize sustainable, just kind of spend some more time thinking about that. And we've got some of the dot markers, so we can kind of just go like that. Just get a little creative with it. So a few different things in the fun category. One, at the end of the month, we're actually going on vacation. And, you know, in addition, enjoying that, obviously, all of the things, but I also need a work plan for that. And we've got always weekend plans. And also we've been looking into a Disney trip for the end of this year. So maybe do some work around that as well. Add some focuses in. Okay, so down on family and relationships, we have one like very practical thing, which is that it's school enrollment. Kid that needs to be enrolled in public school for next year, and then one that is going back to preschool. My oldest is already in public school, so she doesn't have to be re-enrolled. That's more practical. And then I'm gonna be ambitious since it's the beginning of the year and you've got that like goals energy, 2 specific reach outs that I want to do and make plans with people. And then I'm on the like more parenting side of things. I feel like I've already got a lot to tackle this month, so we're gonna go with like a more habit-based one, start off slow. Remember that you don't have to start all of your annual goals in January. You don't even have to work on them all in January. It's okay to pace yourself. These are just the goals for the whole year, you don't have to do all of the things all at once. So just like a very subjective one there around keeping it calm. Back over here on this one, I'm just gonna say see friends. Back over here on spiritual and personal growth, I really need to update the treasury finances. And then I am the treasurer for the public schools PTA, and it really needs to be done because I did not get to it over winter break. So make sure I get to that very early in the month as well. Kind of say maintain the balance. One of the things we're striving for this year. I feel like it applies to multiple life areas here, so we can just kind of go with that. It's so hard not to just like dot marker all over everything. I always love how that looks. Okay, so I'm gonna say I want to wash my face every day. Been wearing a lot more makeup recently. Not like a lot of makeup, but like been wearing it most days lately. So make sure I wash my face every day. And then also do my dental routine every day, which I feel like has been sliding a little bit over break. And I haven't been to a class in a while, and I'm sure my credits are building up. So back to class. I feel like I have like a pretty big admin backlog right now. I could probably just put this on the first week of January, but I think I will just put it in my January goals as well, just like kind of go through and get through the whole things that I've kind of skipped over during break, which is totally fine. Just, you know, work through them. And that'll probably be right in my first week of January, and I should be able to do that. Also coming out of break, I'm just going to say be consistent with planning. I'm not going to say every day because I don't think consistent needs to mean every day. Right? I don't need a plan. I don't need like a daily planner on the weekends most times, etc. So be consistent with planning. You know, I know whether I'm doing that or not, but I want to, especially during the days, and like really get off the year to a strong start in my life and in like work stuff and just managing all of the to-dos on this pretty jam-packed January. So yeah. Some beauty appointments before we go to Turks as well. And then I kind of think that's it. Those are my January goals. Let's just have some dot marker fun. Why not? See if I find it too distracting. So while I was editing this, a vision for next month came to me, which is just like doing some dot art in the background and then writing the goals on top of it, like not related at all to the goals, just kind of having the goals sit on top of a more decorated page. Not sure how I feel about that, but you can let me know in the comments down below if you want to see me experiment with that a little bit next month. All right, I am going to leave it there. Not going to lie, it's not my favorite thing that I've ever done for my monthly goals. Certainly very busy. I will probably go back to something a bit more simplified in February, but I had a lot of fun with my new dot markers and the washi and everything like that. And the important thing is my goals are on the page and I'm feeling really good about the goals themselves. And really that is the most important thing here. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know something you'll be working on in January down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and you can check me out on Instagram and TikTok at MyCraftyPlans for so much more planner fun, and definitely stay tuned. So many good things coming in the new year. I will talk to you soon. Bye.